Good evening, I'm Matt Woodman. This is CTV News at 5. Tonight, that'll be $100. The province reveals its COVID vaccine price and plan for this fall. Managing measles, doctors warning not to let your guard down with a new school year approaching. And they're off. The competition and camaraderie amongst hundreds of athletes at the 55-plus provincial games.
CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Matt Woodman.
If you're healthy and you want a COVID shot this fall, be prepared to fork over $100. The province revealing the price today after warning people for weeks the change was coming. The premier says it's about limiting waste. Health experts warned the financial barrier comes with consequences. CTV's Jeremy Thompson reports.
For the love of God, please get vaccinated now. And if you do, we will now pay you $100.
4 years ago, then Premier Jason Kenney was begging Albertans to take the COVID vaccine, offering $100 as incentive. Now the dough will flow the other way.
This was a vaccine that was covered for 3 years by the federal government, and they chose to stop funding it. And so we had to make an assessment of what it would cost us.
Premier Danielle Smith says fewer and fewer Albertans are getting the COVID vaccine, and by ordering in advance, the province is paying for hundreds of thousands of doses to go in the garbage instead of Albertans' arms.
What we found last year was that 54% of the doses were spoiled.
To offset the waste, Albertans are being asked to pre-book their COVID shots by September 30th, and most will have to pay $100.
We're the only place in Canada that's telling people that they have to pay out of pocket to get a COVID vaccine. That is embarrassing and it's dangerous.
One health policy professor believes the government's decision is short-sighted.
By attaching any amount of money to it, the government is sending a message that it's not necessary, it's not that important, you really don't need to bother with this.
Lorian Hardcastle says the cost will mean more Albertans will choose to forego the vaccine, which leads to a different kind of waste, unnecessary hospitalizations, and lost productivity.
COVID rates will rise when cold and flu season comes, and that will put additional pressure on hospitals. So there's good public reason to cover those kinds of vaccinations.
Some Albertans are still eligible for a free COVID shot, including healthcare workers, people in long-term care, low-income seniors, those with underlying health conditions, and more.
But now, how are people going to prove that they meet that criteria?
You can still get a free COVID vaccine if you're healthy and willing to travel. Both BC and Manitoba say Albertans are welcome to get the jab there. Jeremy Thompson, CTV News, Edmonton.
It appears the spread of measles is slowing down in Alberta, although doctors say we shouldn't let our guard down. With the start of school right around the corner, the outbreak could quickly worsen. CTV's Nicole Weisberg explains.
Outside this West Edmonton Staples, families have their hands full preparing for the start of school.
We are shopping in the madness, back to school stuff.
Among the pencils, binders, and duotangs, Kleenex. The return to class can also mean the return of frequent illness.
Were you sick last year quite a bit? A lot of times.
Now is a really good time for people to start thinking about reevaluating all of their immunizations.
As Alberta deals with its worst measles outbreak in nearly half a century, this medical officer of health says ongoing spread in a school environment is a concern.
Because they are a little bit more close-knit and in close proximity to one another.
Measles is one of the most highly communicable infectious diseases. It spreads through the air, and doctors say the virus can persist in a space up to 2 hours after a person who is infected has left.
It is a vaccine-preventable viral illness that can have many complications, including ear infections, pneumonia, but more of the severe things, including delayed neurological development.
There have been nearly 1,800 measles cases in Alberta so far this year, after reaching a peak of 142 new cases the week of July 13th. Confirmed cases have slowed.
I think it's encouraging, but again, I would strongly recommend including some vigilance.
Is this a concern for you at all?
Not at all. Not even a little bit.
Why is that?
They're vaccinated for it when they were little.
And with an efficacy rate of 97%, doctors say vaccination remains the best tool to stop the outbreak before it picks back up. Nicole Weisberg, CTV News, Edmonton.
Investigators are calling the disappearance of a teen from Edmonton suspicious. Samuel Bird was last seen on June 1st, leaving a friend's home in the west end of the city. The 14-year-old hasn't been heard from since. For weeks, family and supporters have been conducting searches. The Confederacy of Treaty 6 First Nations has asked police to designate Bird's case as a search and recovery. It says this will allow the family to access more resources for search efforts. Anyone with information on Bird's disappearance is asked to contact police. Some roads are closed around the Alberta Legislature this hour. Security has been tightened for a performer that has drawn protests in other cities across the country. American singer and preacher Sean Foyt is scheduled to play a concert at the band shell on the Legislature grounds. Foyt has drawn criticism from a number of groups, including the LGBTQ2S+ community, for some of his views. Protesters are expected at tonight's concert as well. The province says staff working around the Legislature were allowed to go home early, also citing safety concerns. The federal government is dropping some retaliatory tariffs on American products to match U.S. tariff exemptions for goods covered under the Canada-United States-Mexico agreement.
Canada and the United States have reestablished free trade for the vast majority of our goods. Canada will retain our tariffs on steel, aluminum, and autos as we work intensively with the United States to resolve the issues there. Indeed, our focus is squarely on these strategic sectors and the future.
Carney says the decision will take effect September 1st. And the decision to drop some retaliatory tariffs on American products could provide some much-needed help for small businesses. Numbers gathered before today by the Canadian Federation of Independent Business show 1 in 5 small businesses nationally have 6 months left before they need to close up shop. The Federation points out the retaliatory tariffs were the second most damaging measure for small businesses after steel and aluminum tariffs. Stats Canada estimates July numbers could show a slight drop in retail sales. The Edmonton International Fringe Festival says ticket sales this year have hit pre-pandemic levels. The executive director of the Fringe says they have already sold 13,000 more tickets than all of last year. The festival still has one more weekend of performances. Like many arts organizations, the Fringe was facing financial challenges after the COVID-19 pandemic. Last year, it launched a monthly subscription program to secure ongoing funding. The festival says the number of subscribers has grown from 34 at the beginning to more than 650. Organizers say every little bit helps.
Certainly, the outpouring of support from our community has helped us build a more stable foundation from which we can continue to support the Edmonton International Fringe Theatre Festival. The challenge is not solved for yet. We absolutely need our community to continue to invest in what makes our city a vibrant place to live, work, play, and visit. And, you know, we mean it when we say even just $5 a month every month helps.
Megan Dart says subscribers will also get early access to tickets for next year's Fringe shows. There was a new kind of performance for people at the Fringe today. A local artist was bringing a mural to life on a sea can. He says while murals are often inspirational, this one is strictly for fun.
I really appreciate artists like that, and sometimes for me I like to just do something that's just fun. So this mural itself is just a bunch of things that I like, a bunch of things that mean something to me and things that I do, and it's more or less here just to make people smile.
This mural was painted as part of a collaboration between the Fringe and the Edmonton Mural Festival. Well, Josh, it's Friday. The weekend's nearly here for you and I. I'm hoping you're going to paint a pretty picture of the forecast for this weekend.
Oh, this will be the first dry weekend, as we were talking about yesterday, in 10 weekends. The last 10 have all had rain on one of the 2 days. Not so this weekend. Should see sunshine and temperatures in the mid to upper 20s. We're at 22 downtown Edmonton right now, 20s and 21s outside the city. We get to 23 for a daytime high, so just slightly above average. 10 degrees, your morning low. We'll be in the same territory, it looks like, tomorrow morning, and then up to about 25 or 26 tomorrow afternoon. And here's what it looks like outside right now with the CTV drone. We'll see more of this through the weekend. Sunny skies with just a few tiny little clouds out there hanging over the Edmonton region. Beautiful evening on the way for tonight. And it looks like as warm as it'll be this weekend, mid to upper 20s, it gets even hotter next week. You do have a bit of cloud cover, though, with this little low pressure system in northern Alberta. So we've got a chance of some scattered showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm up around high level. That'll track southeast towards Fort McMurray overnight tonight. But here in Edmonton, that stays well north of us. So just a few clouds through this evening. 15 degrees by, let's call that about 10 o'clock tonight. 11 degrees tomorrow morning, and then sunny, light wind, and a high of 25 or 26 tomorrow. Look at this long-range forecast. 27 or 28 for highs Sunday, Monday, and then 4, maybe 5 straight days where we could hit 30 for daytime highs to close the month of August.
A pretty picture indeed. All right, Josh, thank you. Coming up next on CTV News, friendly competition. Hundreds of athletes playing dozens of sports at the 55-plus provincial games.
We actually had a lady, 102, that won the javelin.
You're watching CTV News at 5.
Hundreds of Albertans are competing in all kinds of different sports in Leduc this weekend during the 55-plus provincial games. As CTV's Merrick Takash explains, the friendships are as tight as the competition.
Douglas Campbell has been competing in the Alberta 55-plus provincial games for 17 years. The 78-year-old has plenty of trips to nationals under his belt.
In ice curling in Nova Scotia, in floor shuffleboard in New Brunswick, in lawn bowling in Ontario, and in British Columbia.
31 different events take place at the games, including cornhole, cycling, and tennis.
We actually had a lady, 102, that won the javelin, and she complained to me because she had to play against 85-year-old kids.
Bob Storrs is making his debut at the games after turning 55 earlier this year.
We just met 2 minutes ago through this. This is how you meet a lot of people. It's just new people coming out to these kind of tournaments all across Alberta.
He's one of 1,200 athletes participating.
For a young guy at 55 right now to play and meet great people has just been a great opportunity.
And our events are competitive and they're sports related, but they're also other events. So we have bridge and we have photography and we have swimming, track. So it kind of like gives all age abilities and mobility abilities to compete still.
Organizer Cindy Carstairs says watching the athletes compete is inspiring.
It's amazing because it gives me hope that I can do it for, the next 40 years as well.
The games run until Sunday. Merrick Takash, CTV News, Leduc.
Students and staff at Concordia University are reviving the school's Pride Crosswalk.
I think it's really good to have this crosswalk here. It's kind of the first thing you see when you're walking up, and it makes it a very welcoming space for people who might not have felt welcome in some spaces before. So I think it really puts our best foot forward and makes this a place that feels safe.
We want all of our students to feel comfortable and welcome here at Concordia, and I think that having this at the front of one of our main buildings is a really concrete demonstration of that.
The crosswalk is refreshed every year ahead of the new fall semester. Concordia says it encourages an inclusive space for all students. Still to come tonight on CTV News, shifting markets. A Chinese motorcycle maker opening its Canadian head office in Alberta.
They prove themselves around the world as durable, long-lasting, and quality race machines.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
2 Alberta favorites this weekend, camping and live music. Rock and roll is the focus of this edition of the concert series. Gloria Sons and Dylan James are some of the artists who will take the stage. While tickets are still available, they're not expected to last long. Well, Josh,
especially with the forecast being what it is.
I was about to say, sounds like we're going to have some pretty nice weather for that rock series out in Pigeon Lake.
Yeah, or anything else that you want to do outdoors this weekend or all of next week. I mean, unless you don't like the heat, there are a lot of people that are looking forward to this forecast and have been looking forward to a lengthy stretch of sunny and hot weather. There's the Action Furnace River Valley Sky Cam. Action Furnace fixed right here. It's free, sunny with a few clouds, and 22 after hitting a high of 23 earlier this afternoon. We're at 20s and 21s here across the Northeast, 22 and 23, Grand Prairie, Peace River. Jasper into the mid-20s today. We'll be in the mid-20s tomorrow here in the Edmonton region. As we said, sunny skies from Edmonton off to the south and west. There's this one little system here way up in the north that's producing some scattered showers. Those showers will slide off to the southeast. This is overnight tonight. I think this all kind of falls apart, or most of it falls apart before it actually hits Fort McMurray, but there's a slight chance through the early morning hours. Elsewhere across the province, it is dry through the day tomorrow and right through Sunday as well. Sunny with a few clouds across the province. Watch this big upper ridge start to build in. Here's your warm air in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere. So because it's so warm up there, you're not going to see any late day thunderstorm development with the heat. And this is Sunday. Let's take you all the way through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That thing sticks around pretty much all of next week. And it looks like some of the hottest days should come midweek. We'll get to that in a second. 8 degrees in Fort McMurray tomorrow morning, 5 in Grand Prairie and Peace River. Again, awfully chilly through Jasper at about 2 degrees, 6 in Red Deer. So it will be a cool start to the day tomorrow across the province. Here in the city will be around 11 degrees. Outside the city, probably more like 5, 6 degrees for morning lows. Low to mid-20s across the northeast tomorrow. Chances of a few clouds there, especially early in the day, but sunshine back to the northwest. 26 in Grand Prairie. Should be into the mid-20s in Red Deer, Coronation. You'd be low to mid-20s. It looks like Lloydminster through the weekend. 27 with some sunshine in Jasper. So chilly in the morning, close to the freezing mark in the morning, but close to 30 in the afternoon. 17 degrees at 9 p.m. We'll drop to about 11 degrees tomorrow morning. Wind has been light all day today. It will stay calm overnight tonight and through the day tomorrow. Be fairly calm on Sunday as well. We get to 25, maybe 26 for a high tomorrow, 27 or 28 for highs Sunday, Monday, and then a pair of 30s Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. You see at the bottom of the screen there's average high 22. By the time we get to the middle of next week, the average daytime high actually drops to closer to 20. And so we will be way above, almost 10 or more degrees above average for the end of next week. Could hit 31 or 32 for daytime highs Thursday, Friday. So we've had 2 30-degree days so far this month, and we'll see at least 1 or 2, maybe as many as 4 more 30-degree days before the month is done.
All right, Josh, thank you. Chinese motorcycle maker Covey is shifting into the Canadian market. It's chosen a town in Alberta as the home of its head office. The family-run Covey Moto in Carstairs is the sole Canadian distributor for the Chinese-built brand. After a lengthy certification process, the company now has bikes in a dozen dealerships across Canada, with plans to nearly double that number by the end of the year. The company says its motorcycles are not affected by tariffs that could soon hit Chinese-made cars.
China had a stigma and reputation of building not bad, but lower price bikes, and you get what you pay for, in a sense. The conversation is definitely shifting now, especially around Covey, because they've proved themselves around the world as durable, long-lasting, and quality race machines.
Covey Moto's Canadian team says the adventure motorcycle segment is the fastest growing part of the industry. When we return, exploring the environment, Indigenous undergraduates from Alberta being recognized for their research.
The research sector in your education is probably the most important.
CTV News at 5 continues.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Still to come on CTV National News, new details on the Prime Minister's move to lift some retaliatory tariffs, how other industries are reacting. And then on CTV News at 6, the developer of the popular online game Roblox is facing a string of lawsuits over child safety concerns. Those stories and much more just ahead on CTV National News and CTV News at 6. The University of Alberta is celebrating a summer of Indigenous research. 19 undergraduates from across Western Canada are being recognized for their environmental research. Their studies include science, environmental engineering, and environmental law. One project focused on assessing wildfire hazards in First Nations communities. Another explored environmental threats polar bears face. The students hope their research will help with their future careers.
The research sector in your education is probably the most important. That experience of actually doing it and like doing something that you're gonna actually do after school is like the biggest thing. So by getting your foot in the door and actually doing it, you're gonna be a lot more passionate and a lot more motivated to do better in school and to just learn more.
To see the change and the transformation that it creates in the lives of students, and also to see the opportunities that come.
The research program is a 16-week paid summer internship for First Nations, Métis, and Inuit students. A 19-year-old from Grand Prairie got a little more than she expected when she applied to 7 Canadian university medical programs. She was accepted into all of them. CTV's Kevin Fleming has more.
She's the youngest in her class of 180 students at the Cummings School of Medicine. Aura Maxwell is 19 and applied to UBC, U of A, U of C, Dalhousie, the University of Toronto, along with Western and McMaster universities. She was accepted to all of them.
I FaceTimed my mom. She was jumping around. She was screaming. I called the rest of my siblings and my dad as well. I told my friends. And it was just the most surreal feeling. I like burst into tears. Like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be a doctor.
It's not easy getting into med school. Applicants need a grade point average of 3.90 and an undergrad degree that typically takes 4 years. Dua Fatima is in Maxwell's class and says it's a challenging process for everyone who wants to become a doctor.
But to be able to get into 7 is insane, because then that means she got into like out of province schools where the margin to get in is incredibly small. It's like 1 or 2 applicants sometimes in some of these schools.
Maxwell chose the U of C because she's from Alberta and likes the flexibility of the program that's similar to Queen's University, where she finished her undergrad a year early, thanks in part to her mentors.
And it's amazing just to continue to watch her journey and continue to watch her journey into the future.
But it was a sort of excited, energetic curiosity that maybe this is someone really made for enjoying the sciences and enjoying education and learning.
Maxwell's mom is proud of what her daughter has accomplished before turning 20.
It's amazing, not just for the achievement that she's made, but the work that she's put into it, her dedication in it.
Maxwell says she fell in love with medicine at Queen's and is excited at the prospect of becoming a doctor one day. Kevin Fleming, CTV News, Calgary.
And that's our show. Thanks for watching. I'm Matt Woodman. CTV News continues right now.